Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Rabid Tiger here, and we are back with Whose Take? And so we are going to be answering Ignite's question about pet peeves, essentially. And then I got a good question for him, which is going to be interesting to see what he says. I have a feeling I know what he says for that, but we're going to see anyway. So, starting off with pet peeves, we've got a lot of them to go through. I wrote down a little list. It's not all of mine, but it's just kind of the ones that were off the top of my head. I think the first thing has to be loud people chewing. If you're at dinner with somebody and they are ridiculously loud, it is super annoying to hear them just chomping away, like, just super annoying to me. That has to be one of my biggest pet peeves. It's gross, in my opinion. Moving on, people invading my personal space. I was in class today, as you guys know, I'm in university, college, and had a guy, we have the little arm desks where you bring it up and put it over and it's like a square foot maybe, and he wanted to write at an angle, so he had his elbow way over off to the right and constantly bumping into me while writing. Super annoying. Just respect other people and be considerate. Come on, people, it's not that hard, especially college kids. Come on. Anyway, moving on. I agree with Ignite when he talked about texting. If it's not a full word, then you're not worth my time. If I'm not worth your time to type out a word, then bye. I don't really care. And then also punctuation. I don't use punctuation. I mean, I use period, like commas and stuff where they're appropriate, but I don't put periods at the end of my text messages, so it's really not a big deal. Commas are appreciated, but not a big deal, like I said. People walking really slow. That's really annoying to me. Ridiculously annoying, especially when I'm on a bike. So that's when it's really annoying. It's like when they don't get out of the way. That's another one. And I bike a lot around campus, so it's a big thing. But just people walking slow in general. Take a full stride, and then don't get mad at me if I pass you. Moving on. I'm just reading from a list. I made a list, so I'm just trying to keep it quick because there's a lot of them, and we're already almost. Well, we're not halfway through. We're probably a fourth of the way through. But people, we're gonna agree with Ignite on this one too. Driving slow. In the fast lane, like if they cut you off, first of all, that's annoying, and then if they cut you off and makes you slow down, that's annoying. And then a little story time, when we were going to California, we took a road trip, and a pet peeve would be when people get over to get around a truck and they cause me to have to turn my cruise control off. You can wait till I pass if you're gonna do that, or step on the gas. Don't cause me to have to turn off the cruise control. Can't tell you how many times that happened. Also, the acceleration lane, as in the ramp, getting up onto the, I had to find my place on the list, but getting up onto the highway, merge at the speed limit. Come on, people, it's not that hard. You know the speed limit's gonna be at least 55. Get up to 55. If you don't know the speed limit, 55 is a safe guess. Get up to 55. It's a lot easier to merge, let me tell you. And let's see, where am I on this list? Oh, the wave. I agree with Ignite in that too, where if you're helping somebody on the road, like if you could let them in, then I would like a wave. That'd be nice. But not really. I mean, it's not a big pet peeve for me, but it is nice. It makes me feel better. And then finally, when people ask, this is ridiculous shotgun death, by the way. I had to point it out real quick because it is ridiculous. Look at this. He just like dragged shotgun to me. Anyway, I didn't leave. That was somebody else's host migration. But anyway, when I let somebody borrow a pen and then they don't give it back. That is annoying. Like if I have to ask to get it back, I just let you borrow my pen. So give me back my pen. I pay a lot of money for those pens. You obviously can't afford them, otherwise you'd have a pen. Anyway, that was kind of just a quick rant. After tons of them, just right after each other, and just figured I'd kind of clue you guys in and all that good stuff. All right, we're back for sure this time. I had to take a little break there just because there's a little sensitive subject, and I'm actually going to use it as the topic to this video. And Ignite's already probably knows what I'm going to talk about, but there's a group conversation on my phone that essentially I did not start, but it's just like 3 other gamers that are online, and they all, you know, we'd all shared numbers or whatever. 3 other gamers, one of them being Ignite, and we all shared numbers or whatever. And so we communicate through that when we're not on live, because live is hard for all of us to get on, especially now that most of us have lives going on and all that stuff like that. So the sensitive subject, apparently, the iPhone 5 or 6 as some people like to call it, came up, and I want to hear Ignite's take on the name. A lot of people are like, well, it should be the iPhone 6. It is the 6th generation iPhone, but I have a feeling they will call it the iPhone 5. Obviously, the people have known that for a long time. Anyway, one person in this group seems to think that it should be the iPhone 6 and that this is a major flaw. So I wanted to hear his opinion on names and how big of an impact they really should be. In my opinion, names don't mean anything. They really are worthless, really. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. As long as the public likes it, then they're going to like it. And I'm an iPhone user. if it has a major problem, I'm not gonna stay iPhone. But if it plans like if it's been like the rest, they all run smooth. And so just because they have a name that's not the name you think it should be doesn't mean it's not gonna run well. So that's his argument. He's like, oh, if they overlook the name, then they must have a major flaw in it or something like that. You know what? I'm indifferent in that sense. I don't really care. I don't think there's gonna be a major flaw. Nothing's perfect anyway. I've thought about going to Android before and deeply considered it just because, you know, there's some benefits to Android and everything, but iPhone just runs really smoothly. And I'm not like pro Apple or anything, but it does run pretty smoothly, so I like to stay with it, and it works well. So I'd like to hear his opinion on names really in general, or you can take it a different route and go iPhones, or you can take it another route and talk about this unknown gamer that he seems to dislike a lot. Which I'm gonna stay away from that subject, but if he wants to go into depth about that, by all means he can. Personally, I try and stay out of it, bring my popcorn, watch the group convo, which can get really annoying in class, by the way. I kind of wish there was a way to remove yourself from it, but that about sums up that. Other than that, we're gonna go into some news, I guess, for the channel, because I've still got like 3 minutes of gameplay left, actually, so it's going pretty well. I mean, we have all 3 flags, and they dropped down to 4 players at one point. I don't know why, but they did. And you know, it wasn't my best gameplay. I think I ended up like 27 and 17 or something like that. I mean, it wasn't beautiful. There was an assassin guy camping out there, unfortunately. Otherwise, I had like 3 kills there. But yeah, that pretty much sums up what's going on. Pretty much sums everything up. This is all about the gameplay now. And you know, it wasn't that good of a gameplay though. It was alright. I mean, it was solid. It just wasn't as good as I could do. But you know, with early class this morning, I was half awake. Not really. I actually was. This was the second game I played tonight after I got off from classes. I was completely fine. Just reactions a little shot and everything. But you know, I thought it went well. And I'm trying to get gold on all the SMGs, but can't. Or haven't yet, just haven't had the time. It's been ridiculous. It's been YouTube nonstop. We are pushing our channel like no other, not in the sense of spamming, but just like doing as much as we can on Reddit and on Minecraft forum and stuff like that to make sure we get our videos out there so that people can see them. Because when people see them, they tend to like them, and you can let us know about that. But it seems to me that when people see them, they tend to like them, and they're usually, I mean, solid content, and that's our goal, of course, always is solid content and to keep improving on ourselves. And I think we've done that so far. So I mean, that's our goal continuing through here. We have a couple of personal goals, but for the most part, our channel goal is to continue getting better, continue our series, make sure we're posting. Right now, we're posting 3 videos a day. We're keeping that up, but that's our goal, is to continue keeping that up. Obviously, I talked about this before, but midterms week and finals week, that may not be the case, just because, as you guys would understand, you know, can't necessarily be putting schoolwork off for it, but we are putting full effort into this YouTube channel. This is like it feels like a job, only in a good way, because I mean, I love doing it, but it feels, that's how much work we're putting into this. We're putting full effort into it, everything you can think of, just to make it as solid as we can for you guys. So we hope that it's working for you. I mean, we appreciate the subscribers that we have, and so we hopefully you appreciate the amount of work we do put into this. But like I said, it's all about getting better for us is the biggest thing, at least for me, definitely. I know Ignite's the same way. He feels the same way. And I'm really interested to see his next video, because he's going to probably kill me for what I brought up, but he knows he's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And I can't really fill you guys in all that much, because I don't want to start anything or anything like that, but I already told you everything about it for the most part. It's just an argument. It's funny to watch, but I can't like read you the argument or anything, but it's pretty funny. Game over here. And 293, so we just dominated them, just a group of randoms, whatever. I get the last kill, even though I had the last death also, unfortunately, but quick sniper could not pull off that quick snipe, get owned by a rapid fire silenced UMP. 29 and 17, I was wrong earlier, so not terrible, not anything super good. I mean, just solid, very solid. So with that, we're going to say peace out.